Yes, and so I'm inviting our mother figure, Aunt Ava. Woo!
Thank you, and thank you to Janelle who helped with the presentation, because she asked me if I would speak, and I said, do I have to do this? You get it, thank you. I'm kind of low, my apologies. So I said, okay, I can speak, but I don't want to make a PowerPoint. So anyway, thank you, Janelle. So yes, I have paper notes. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can read them. Hang on. All right. So the first question is, what is true love? And I think that's on the next slide. Oh, no, the first slide is me. So this is what I like to do. Those are my grandkids, Alice and Henry. They'll be 4 and 2 this year. And my dog, Honey, our cat, Callie, who likes to sit right in front of my computer screen if I'm trying to work. And I go horseback riding and I go rock climbing. And those are some of my friends I climb with, and that is my favorite horse. His name is Royal. All right, so now, after all that, what is true love? So we have a little definition, I think. Can somebody read that? Is it too small or you are too shy? Okay, well, I'll read it then. True love is caring for others with kindness and giving without expecting anything back, like God does, helping them to be happy and safe because you want the best for them. So that's true love. And then the next question, why is true love important? And in the beginning, the Creator, our Heavenly Parent, had a dream. All the time when He created heaven, earth, and all things, our Heavenly Parents, whose essence is a loving heart, He had a fervent dream of realizing a universe of true love, the kind of love that wishes to give and give without limitation. Reckless love, really, right? No mountain He won't climb up, no shadow He won't light up coming after us. That is how God's love is. Love can't be achieved alone, so our Heavenly Parent needed someone with whom to share that love. And who might that be? All of us, yeah? So, in order for us to share Heavenly Parent's full love, we have to resemble our Heavenly Parent. So, our goal is actually to develop our love and our heart so that it resembles and can have give and take with all of God's love. And on a point that Heavenly Parent gave human beings time to grow and mature through their own conscious effort. Like a true mother shares how she grew up having a dialogue with Heavenly Parent, and actually all of us can have that dialogue. And so, yes, love is actually the whole point of why we exist, why God made the universe. We are created in love, for love, and to live our whole lives in love. We want love. We like love, right? It's like, no, you don't get mad at somebody who loves you, right? It's like life can be dry, or there can be a bunch of things you have to do that are not fun, but if there's love there and somebody you care about and you can do it with somebody you care for, or somebody just helps you out because they love you, then suddenly all this stuff that could be dry and boring and same and whatever is actually fantastic because there's love there. So true love is something we develop and experience in relationships. Yeah. So that is why it's important. It's actually, it even says that in the spirit world, which is a long time from now for all of us, and especially for you guys, the air that we breathe is love. So that's why it's kind of important to be able to give and receive love, right? So yes. So the next question is, how do we practice true love? So we're going to use our superpowers. The first superpower is the superpower of gratitude. And the reason I bring that up first is that when we practice, like I do a gratitude journal in the morning, right? Usually. And sometimes I'm tired, I don't feel like it, and I'm thinking, I want to write down 10 points, but I'm like, I don't know if I can think of one. I'm tired. So I'll start writing, okay, I'm alive. I have a house, but as I'm writing it, literally my mood lifts, and it's amazing, because it doesn't think it will, but it does every single time, So that's why I call it a superpower, because if I choose to do that, then my heart lifts, and then once my heart lifts, it's much easier to be nice to other people and to get good ideas. Also, the other superpower of gratitude is when you tell somebody thank you. I mean, you can actually, you've done whatever, a lot of stuff, and you're tired, and and then somebody appreciates what you did, and suddenly you're like, you have this new energy to keep going, to keep doing it, and life is good again. So gratitude really is a superpower for you to lift yourself and to lift other people. So we have more superpowers. And this one is the superpower of perspective. So what's perspective? How we see things, what we focus on, how we see ourselves, how we see others. Thank you for your patience. So the first thing I put down is know your value. Because if you think you suck, and you have no power, nobody likes you, I guess I gotta go eat some worms, then you're not gonna be very motivated, or, you are actually extremely valuable. We all are, We are children of our heavenly parents. We're so loved. It's amazing. And that's why even that Reckless Love song, that's for you, God loves you so much. And there's even a little a quote I put in my notes. It's from Trafalgar's autobiography, When we meet someone new, we're always curious about who he or she is. Heavenly Parent has the same curiosity about each human being. That means you, me, Like, Heavenly Parent is especially curious about young people, and it brings Heavenly Parent great joy when he gets to know us intimately. I mean, he wants to know us. How amazing is that, right? Like if you've ever shared with somebody and they just tell me more. Oh, that's so interesting. That's so cool. That's how God is, And that's why I'm always like to put in a plug for, talking to God. All right, so that's the perspective about yourself. And then other people, see them. When you're walking in a room, do you see people, right? Do you see your siblings? Do you see your parents? Do you see your classmates? Or are you so full in your own head, right? Or are you looking at your phone? Sorry. So, and also thinking about others, when you see them, or, how are they feeling, Is there something I could do for them now or this week, or can I make them smile? Can I help them be happy? Can I lift them with a compliment, with a kind word, with a smile, whatever? And then, if you really want to add extra credit at the bottom, how does Heavenly Parent feel about this person? Like, all these things you have access to. That's why I'm saying it's a superpower, right? Because you choose whether you want to think about those things or not, or you just want to, exist, right? But it's amazing because when you ask the question, you have intuition, you have a kind heart, right? So when you actually ask yourself the question, or God the question, what can I do for this person? You will get answers, It's pretty cool, So use that superpower. And then the third one, the superpower of giving, which is actually things that you can do for others. And the reason I'm calling it a superpower is that you can make that choice anytime. You don't have to wait. It's like sometimes I get on the train in the morning, right? And people aren't particularly inspired and energetic at 5:35 in the morning, which is usually when I take my train. So I can either just kind of join or just give somebody a compliment or smile at somebody. And then they feel better, I feel better. That's why it's a superpower. I have that choice, So here's some things you can do. Take responsibility for your actions. Be sincere. Keep your promises. Build trust. Own your stuff. Apologize when you make mistakes. Don't blame others. Learn and grow. And you can develop selflessness through giving. Share your stuff, your snacks. Don't expect things in return. It's nice when you do get things in return. And that, obviously. Don't keep score. Well, I gave you my peanuts yesterday. Why aren't you sharing your string cheese? Anyway, that's kind of like, we are like that when we're young, right? And you never fight with your siblings, do you? It's like, anyway, So, but we can make that choice. And then also you can volunteer for group activities, service project, or just around the house. I'm telling you, your mom will really feel loved if you do something that needs to be done without her having to ask you. Or, just thank her or whatever. But I'm just saying you have that superpower to make a difference in people's lives. Then the third one is cultivate patience and perseverance. While I turn the page, cultivate your patience. So let's see. There must be a better way to do this. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Practice patience when things don't go your way or when someone else makes a mistake. And also, it's nice not to rub their face in the mistake they make. Just be kind, Keep trying to improve yourself, your schoolwork, your hobbies, and, share your awesomeness, develop it. And then finally, how you communicate, healthy communications. So, listening. Listening is a skill, and it's a gift, and it's something that you can do. You just got to tune in to that person, and not think about where else you want to be, or the show that you're missing now. They keep talking so long, or whatever, But listening is such a gift, and trying to really understand their perspective. And a lot of times, family members and people around you have different ideas and different perspectives, You try to understand. And also, my dad was really good at this, like give the benefit of the doubt. That means that you don't believe the worst about people. If you don't know, assume that they had a good intention, that they tried, that they were doing their best, etc. And also, when you express your feelings, you want to do it honestly, but kindly, avoiding blame and anger. And you probably all know this, right? It's called I language. You never say, you did this to me, or you blah, 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 blah. You always, you never. You say, when blah, blah, blah happens, I feel whatever way you're feeling. So all those things is things that you can do that is like respect and love to other people. Yeah. And then there's a few other very simple things that I think we put on the next slide. Smile. Say thank you. Clean up after yourself. Extra credit. Clean up someone else's mess without complaining. Yeah, and defend those who are absent. To me, that's a big deal, right? Because, people often assume the worst about people without knowing. And if somebody's not in the room, gossip is like this, right? You just say something bad about somebody, but defend them. They're not there, So I don't know if that's true, or actually in my experience that person is really nice, or whatever, you can do that. So they're not there to defend themselves, and you don't want to contribute to this negative view that people have for another child of God, that actually somebody that God loves, that their parents love, and probably a lot of people love them. So you can do that as well. All right, I am done, except we have some reflection questions.